talk a lot about Krimpalopolis, but he is also demotic here on Din as well. Din or Colossus, and you know you're going to be getting a whole lot of Kremp up close and personal. We know he can take over, especially a position like P2. Already starts it off 2-0. But what are you looking for from, maybe not Kips specifically, or what did you just hope to see from the team overall after the change?
I mean, I think we kind of saw glimpses of it yesterday. I think sort of JoeDeceives and CleanX, they had moments, especially like map 3. JoeDeceives absolutely pops off. That's how they win the overload. But I think you just saw the impact that CleanX can make at times just on the SMG. So you're looking at that tandem, but it's going to take time. It's
like, I almost think of it like, you know, you're that person that just finally, you've been working for 50 years and you're finally able to retire, and then you get pulled back in, you gotta work again. Like, he's like, I'm going from an SMG to an AR, maybe I get to relax a little bit. I know it's not how it works, but a little bit compared to playing a sub. It's like, no, joke's on you. You're back to SMG.
Well, I mean, he talked about, he said he kind of had to do the flex roll.
Yeah, no, true. When you go after somebody like Real, that's gonna be the change. But Real out for now, Kips is in. Kips off to a nice 6-4 start. Koi off to a nice start, up 40. CleanX sub in hand, rocking and rolling around the P2. Estreal's trying to answer back. He's able to get 1, but it's 2 for CleanX, 2 for Insight. And as soon as it feels like there's a 4 dead, the fights are instantaneous again because the close back spawn. So G2 continue to reinforce this, despite a pretty nice sequence there from Koi.
Yeah, I mean, it did 15 or so seconds to get them in the game. It was a very good P1 there for Toronto. Big rotation going down. JoeDeceives going to win that first gunfight. So you're going to have this rotation one again. So you're going to rely on another break here if you are G2.
Push him out. Insight gets back off spawn, though, and able to help him out. So Kips actually manages to stay alive. This is brilliant out of him. Buys enough time to the reinforcements come back in. Now they've broken in.
Yeah, it felt like it was taking a while. Kips was buying so much time, but they were waiting on CleanX through the middle of the map. Well, it's still not clean time here. Inside, he's locking it down on rotation. Mamba's gonna have a big one-on-one versus Kips. Not able to flip the spawns, and CleanX will clean that up. So on that rotation towards the P4, it's looking like G2 are okay, but there's immediate pressure from Skyz now.
What do you think of the new red dot? And he used a lot of that in Warzone back in the day, right?
Yeah, well, I'm just confused. I think it helps with aiming stability. I don't know if the other one does. Maybe it's different.
Yeah, no, that's why we used it in Warzone for a long time.
I have no idea, but it looks a little odd. That is for sure.
I just saw that so much. But the lead down now to, what, 15 or so for Koi. Tree locked up by Skyz. His resurgence, but a big part of why this G2 Minnesota team has found success. Koi still able to make this messy, and honestly, we've been split a lot of Hardpoints. I mean, that's kind of been the story so far.
No, they have. I think like you probably want to be in the lead a little bit more if you're Toronto. I mean, they've had a rotation. They've had like good spawns. I think G2 have done a good enough job to make this messy and only a 23-point game. Like they're finding the last 20 or so seconds just like now. Like the fact that this is going to be a tie game going into P1 is it's a bit of a surprise.
You say that, but if you had told me JoeDeceives was 6-10 for the position they've had, him picking it up a bit and starting to find a little more success might end up being the difference. But G2 have chipped away at this lead. They've kept it close. They've kept it competitive. They're 2-0 so far this qualifier. Looking to push out with a 3-0 victory here. Let's hear the comps from G2 Minnesota.
One shot inside.
I'm being right to time. You guys got bottom right already? Eliminate. Bottom right. Oh, fuck, my bad. You get that. Top right now. Jump at me. I bottom red, Joe. I spawn deep left. I'm trying red. I thought I'm close red. I'm nading. I spawn left with you. I'm gonna take left with you. I'll see him front red. Yes, be front red. Could be it. He's not front right. Kids one shot. One shot, Joe, absolute. Kids one shot lobby. Heard you. Nice, hit you. Lobby, absolute on you. I want to do that. I got one. Front me inside. He's still there. We can spawn some out. Slow down the road. I ain't stunned him. He could be close on me. Yeah, I'm gonna go mid stage. Showing up the back stage. I got one. Back watch out. Absolute on the pillar. It could be lobby after that. Back pillar. Oh, backside outer. Watch out. 2 of them. 1 bullet. 2 Shutter me. He's getting dead.
So, Joe, you know what I said before the break? That if JoeDeceives starts to pick it up with their position, they might be in a better spot. He was 6-10. He has gone 11-3 since we went to the listing in, and they're now up 100.
Yeah, I mean,
what do you know?
They blew this score wide open, but it was an excellent P1 and P2 where they had the position, but they capitalized with the kills. And on the other side, you know, we talked about sort of the impact of Kremp, but just getting shut down here. It is just tough to do when you don't have the spawns, when you're constantly asking your team. All 4 there, the trades going your way. Skyz tried to find a triple in there to mix things up, but even with the spawns, Koi just win that rotation fight, now find the first 20.
And we might be talking like this is some of the best they've looked in Hardpoint since like qualifier 1. I know we're not
early qualifier.
Yeah, like early qualifier 1, and we're not done yet. You know, we'll see. G2 might be able to rally here. We know they're a, what have we been saying for a couple years? A gritty team. That's what G2 or Minnesota typically puts forth. A team that's going to push you to 5. A team that's going to push you in some maps. And well, with that 3 dead, it's coming at a time where they're going to get like the final 20 or so seconds of the hard point. But with these final, they'll be down about 60. We get back to P1. They're going to need to flip the map at some point as well. A lot of pressure here for G2. I mean, Koi are in a good position to close this out. You could technically lose this. I think with this contest now no longer the case. So they can't win it here. Koi are going to have to get it done at P2. We'll see if G2 have done enough. But this is going to be, I mean, if they get to like 240 or something, that probably seals it.
Well, and again, you have to rotate and flip. I mean, how many hills have we talked about this? G2, they're just playing on the back foot. I mean, you're deep into this rotation, and CleanX was there to cut off the reinforcements. You're trying to find a couple of kills to get into this P2, but Kips is here. He's got to help with 1 player in the back, but that's going to be inside. So there will be early pressure. We'll see where spawns come in. Koi, though, going to have the back spawn, so immediate reinforcements.
Early on, but the contest is going to be here. Good thing for Koi, you're going to be able to just contest this, you think, quite a bit, but it's been relatively clean thus far for G2. You really just can't allow like a single break or a single second to come in for Koi right now.
Yeah, doing a good job. And that's always the discussion now for Koi, right? When do we want to rotate? When is the next set of lives? Are we just going to go? But we're going to spawn up, use our nades. CleanX is going to find the double. Kips is here as well with those close spawns. That will be all 4 in a clean Toronto Koi hardpoint on dead and giving G2 their first loss on this.
You know, you get tagged. It could be setting up for that exact kind of play. Tries to back out of it for a moment. Well, he decides to re-engage, and he's going to end up dropping. So JoeDeceives finds the opener.
I think that was Kremp who runs away, and Mamba.
Oh, sorry, Kremp.
Yeah, he thinks he can get away. Mamba's just hoping maybe to catch him. But you do, earn that first.
I blacked out for whatever reason. In my head, maybe it's because we were switching spectators. I thought Mamba like backed away. Okay, so everything I said was incorrect. Thanks,
but Joe. It's fine because it is a clean round for Cole. Probably going to be a retake. As A-bomb is going down, but G2 had the info majority of the time. They knew that this was going to be an option, so they trust in their retake ability. The problem is, though, Insight is hitting. Inside of Zig will be Kips, 4 versus 2. You're trying to trade this out, and you do. But the problem, you're down a man. Well, now you're down 2, and you defuse the bomb.
I mean, I hit Kips out the pre-fire. I got a lot of damage in there as well. I thought he was going to be the player to really make the play. Everyone else grouped up near bomb, but that is 2 really solid controlled rounds. And Joe, I'm not streak going, but you've got 1 kill currently for G2. JoeDeceives. He's got 2 first bloods already.
And maybe that's sort of what they've seen, right? When they like to go A, they leave Mamba by himself, bedroom. Let's try to exploit that and get this first blood. This time there is going to be a pinch from CleanX, so it's going to be a
So was it him or Kremp that got picked the first time? Was it Mamba? So it was Mamba. Okay,
yeah,
okay,
so that's 2 first deaths for him.
Remember, I was in a black hole at round 1, so.
And it's the same exact thing. Same exact thing. You earn the first blood on the guy in bedroom.
And the 1 versus Optic. He has 58 damage, 0-3.
You have 1 kill.
They have 1 kill.
Yeah.
Every time this starts, I think of your Warhawk S&D. It's going again. CleanX gets the blood. Listen, I know a lot of you are new fans, but Joe, back at Champs in Call of Duty Ghost, they 6-0'd a top 2 team at the time in Search and Destroy. There was not a single kill for that SB team until the final round. They got 2 kills around 6. They had 2 total kills. It was the most dominant thing I've ever casted. And I'm thinking about it right now, honestly. Like,
this is pretty darn dominant.
Yeah. We're not there yet, but we're getting damn close. They have 2 kills through what's about to be 4 rounds. I still can't believe you guys choked that round 6, though. No, they got 3 now. Never mind. They're running away with it. They're hot now.
They're hot now, but they're losing rounds. Right? You bring this into the 2 versus 2. You had 1 player in Kips just sort of working the pinch again.
Search and Destroy turned around instantly. That was insane. I'm sorry. I always have to have 1. Finally, a first blood for G2, though. They forgot what they were. Every single player is 1 and 4. There's some beautiful symmetry to that.
No, there is. Yeah, there is.
If only a score was somehow 1-4, that would make sense. But
see if they can get this. They get that first blood. Kremp's going to find the second in the round. Yeah, and this is the tough one with Raid. These early deaths, you can just see how penalizing they are on this map. I mean, just 3v4s are so tough, the way our teams are playing them. And this is looking like another one.
So what do you think, like, after the change to, like, mid-map? I know it's still going to play a little different to patch just because of the pace of it, the wall bouncing and stuff, but more what you're used to?
Yeah, I think so. A lot of retakes, right? You can work both bomb sites, but it's really on the defense and how they want to play it. Do you want to play aggressive mid or just play aggressive around 1 bomb site and then retake? And so far, that is what we have seen. It's just a question of Yeah, are you hitting that first one?
He had position to stop this plant. What do you want to do now?
Yeah, I mean, that's the question. It looks like they're going to rotate out of this. Look at the sort of the info Insight has. The problem is okay, I thought Kips was going to get caught. Instead, he does find one. So it turns this into a 3-on-3. And there was a chance for Estreal to jump out of that window. If there's a guy on the B bomb, you kill that player. But they have no idea. Look at this. Mamba is going to be caught off guard there. A little surprised because there's nobody A side.
Exactly. So much time has passed and you have no info.
But
he thought he was just skipping on through.
Yeah, he thought he was going to catch them off guard, right? Rotating through, but they've already gotten past, and now bomb is down.
Yeah, that looked kind of odd. Like he thought, I don't know, he made up information. he felt confident he could just prance on through pillars. Not the case. He's going to get dropped. Looks to be another dominant round for Koi. Taking their time, but playing together. Crucial that Kips is able to get one. Sometimes you just got to do it. You split too much and several players just get isolated in 2v1s and cut down, but this is still very winnable. Still 2 versus 2.
Yeah, I mean, that's a massive pick from Kips on the Skyz. You have the man advantage if you are G2, and then Skyz just over peaks. So Kips able to find that one. Yeah, the one thing was is G2 played that really well because they didn't plant the bomb, right? I mean, you sort of catch them going for the retake before that bomb is even planted. So you had the advantage. You knew the play that was coming, but still 2v2, now bomb planted. And there is all the info in the world for Kips and Insight.
Kips had a massive map 1 and just rips Mamba. His struggles continue. Estreal last alive for the map. Koi has been dominant, and man, you gotta love what you're seeing out of this young guy Kips.
Uh-oh.
Well, until he gets haymakered. Estreal drops him 1 versus 1, and well, not a lot of time. He got spotted, but can he actually track back to it? I don't think he can get there. He can't, so he's dancing. Yeah,
it's a tough one, right? Because Insight on the edge of the map. But Kips is going to find the first blood. So does he over-rotate? At least gets one. And the second. That is a beautiful read out of Skyz.
Now, I like what you said about Insight, though. Like, playing with some confidence. But he's been under the gun, it feels like, for a long time.
Yeah.
And the fact is this. Despite the fact that
but this gun's hot. It feels like very hot.
He has some stinkers that people remember. They just don't remember the consistency the other 95% of the time. You remember him getting turned on by Dan Ghosty, right? Like, you remember those plays, but like Insight has a lot of good plays too. There's a reason he's still on the roster. I think fans forget that sometimes. Like,
95 is I think that's a strong number there, but they have a second player there.
Well, G2 starting to wake up, just might be a little too late. They went into that 0-4 hole. Now climbing back, and Kremp, how does he get both?
Melted.
Still 41 HP somehow. I bet the second player couldn't even shoot him, but shot his teammate, so he ends up getting both. And just like Skyz kind of called round, now I think Kremp did. I swear, if I just said all this positive stuff about Koi and then they lose this.
It might happen.
You shut your mouth.
I mean, he's just running at people right now.
No, literally, that looks like a pub. Just sliding to somebody, hip fire him right in their testes. Out of this is going to be Insight's chance to get aggressive. Nice shoulder, nice spot. And then you remember how I said that there are the lows to go with mostly highs? Mm-hmm. Remember that?
Yeah, no,
that was one.
Mm-hmm.
That's on me.
No, that one absolutely is on you. Because that's a first blood.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
They rotate.
I feel bad now.
They should plan for laundry instead. It's a 3 versus 4.
He was 7-1.
Yeah.
So it's like he's still 7-4. That's really good. But you remember that.
They can still win this round though.
Oh, holy hell! I want to vomit. Kips just beamed through the wall. Skyz. Absolute perfection out of him. Kremp gets ISO drop. 2 versus 2. 15 seconds. 1 versus 1.
Way.
Oh my God, we're going the whole way.
I thought the way that Estreal was playing that, someone hopped it. But
you do have CleanX mid. CleanX, that's a monster win. Kremp has been winning all his fights. He had 10 kills leading the lobby.
Hold on.
You get that blood.
Hold on now. Oh, this is gonna end up being horrible. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought maybe it was gonna be Drake for Mamba. Instead, yeah, he's gonna get hunted.
Oh no. Mamba's early round has been tough. 2-8 Mamba after having that incredible performance just last week.
We talked about sort of the Todd timings working his way. This time, not so much.
Honestly, he had that one round, he had about 15 timings work in his favor against Optic. That was, that's the opposite of it. Kips got wallbang through this window earlier, but now it's all going to be on Estreal. Rip to 31. Koi, I got a little nervous. Thought they were letting it slip away, but JoeDeceives ends up putting 11 Insight rebounds after getting whirled on. This is my question, like, what do you think? about the changes? Like, has it been good or bad, do you think, for the mode?
I mean, I don't know if you should just spawn out and get free counters. I mean, if you're blocking both spawns, like that's one thing, but it just feels that's not happening really anymore.
So is that the Joe DeLuca way of saying, I don't love it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there should be emergency spawns if everything's blocked, but that was the case before.
I don't know, Joe. We have
more scoring, sure.
We have one series and a final because we love giving teams. Never mind. I'll stop there before I get fired. I think I broke Joe. Kips eating right now. 3 straight for Kipsy Poo. Make it 4. Dominating, and that'll be a score. 5 and 2 start for Kips, and while you felt his impact in Search and Destroy, it's awesome to see him displayed here.
And while you're about to, you are very close. Skyz is able to find that kill. You're trying to chain 2 together. Inside just wants to pick it up. There's one more one-on-one, and Skyz wins it. So Skyz, he's able to stop that. He gets 3 big kills. Oh, actually, I lied. They scored it. Never mind. I just made that up.
Wait, that's fair. I had my blackout in the round when I Search and Destroy.
No. He jumped by him.
You get your blackout.
Yeah, what about P2? What about P2? Yeah, close to.
P2,
Kremp. More Skyz. Okay. One of you guys. Yeah, I'm coming. Just like Joe, you got it.
Spawn that week.
Come on. I'm getting P2, yeah. I'm in P2. Lobby.
No, make it.
Estreal, one dead. I'm one shot Jermaine.
Play goes.
Let's go. I don't see him.
He's gonna be back left.
Back left, probably. They're back left. Glitching one shot. Nice, good check.
Nice, here we are.
Yeah, I have a streak. I'm already
Back steps.
It's my plan.
They're already gonna be left.
Back ready.
One shot dead.
Nice, good check.
Might be a red pin. They're gonna need, okay? They're free now.
We should. I'm drunk.
Sorry, hold here. Nading.
Low red.
They're rapid. You're
I have the smoke cross.
I'm here too. They're gonna come take it back, I think. Yo, close dojo. I'm fine.
Low red.
Oh, he's weak. He's one
low red behind the desk. Wall, not on me. Close walk. He's by the wall, so.
Yeah, he's gonna run it.
Nice, shot.
He's probably gonna.
Okay, that's fine. I have a streak, okay? You want me to instant streak?
Give it a sec.
What really matters to me is like when you have an opportunity to score, when you're in like their third, like how efficiently do you actually score, which is like a tough thing to track, but it can be difficult. Yeah, you could have 90% possession and not score. Like it's possible. And then that possession means kind of diddly.
Yeah, man, you're just at a disadvantage.
If the other team gets quick scores.
You just have a guy with a pistol.
Yeah, right. But in theory, if you think about something like soccer, you hope possession turns into scores. 3-1 though. I thought Koi was just gonna rip this one 4-0, honestly, with the way they were playing.
No, but the last couple minutes, you've kind of seen what happens with this sort of these mid-map stalemates, right? It's just both teams just trying to fight.
Adios, Kips.
And you just can't get past sort of this point, right? Everybody's here now from G2, and someone's gonna go crazy if you're gonna score that if you're Koi.
No, it was literally like Kips did the first score, and that sets up the second one. Like he went on a 7 spree, killed everything in front of him. There's part of me that like likes that. Like it almost takes this. Yes, it's a team effort, but this like awesome individual play, like sick multi-kill to get a score through. It can lead to some like nice highlight moments.
It's immediate pressure, but Mamba dies, so now you can already see 3 players are going to be inner stairs. You have nobody on the pinch, but it may not matter. Skyz with a little pop torn, going to hit the 2-piece. And
Hold up now.
I'm not going to say it. Did they score? Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah. No, I thought Skyz nade absolutely would be it, but it's a double from Mr. Insight that slows things down, and that's a huge moment because you get within 1 if you're G2 with a lot of time to go. You're primed and ready to rock.
Well, ball would have respawned Dojo side, so they would have been, they would have had those spawns, and that's when you're trying to chain it together. But instead, it doesn't happen. And when you don't have that player on the pinch pinching those inner stairs, you can see how tough it is to cross.
It's another multi for Insight. And that's going to allow CleanX to get forward, and now he's going to be putting in damage. You get him to a threatening position, make it 5 straight, up to even. CleanX doing work, and you got to think that should be EMP moving on forward soon. But similar to the other situation with Mamba, like as soon as you get EMP control, you kind of are able to make a punish. Now Koi will get EMP in hand, and they're just going to wrap this out of here. You lose your 2 forward guys, just play a little bit of keep away. Maybe just tuck this in the back of the base. We'll see what the play is going to be. It looks like they're just going to wrap it out the entire way. We thought with the spawn change, maybe turtling was going to be a little bit more difficult, but now you lose in a threatening position. A couple gunfight wins. Okay, so if they win some fights, this might get sketchy, but JoeDeceives calls game.
Yeah, I mean, that was it. That was your one opportunity. Now you can rotate this again. You spawn up roofs, and you're going all the way to the back of your base.
What do you think we just gave the MP carry a 20% speed boost, dude? They're just zooming.
You would never touch them.
No, I'm kidding.
Never. Hold on now. Hold on.
Wait a second.
It's just gonna spawn Dojo, correct? So yeah, you can already see what you have.
Wait.
They have to win these gunfights.
There's a chance.
There's a chance.
Oh my God.
That's gonna be all 3 dead. JoeDeceives the last one at outer. They didn't see him though. Joe's trying to stop this once again, and he's done just enough. Someone's gonna grab it though.
He got it. And he won the fight. Hold him down.
Is that it? The first cut.
Tries to get across. He gets through. Mamba gets stopped at the goal line, and we're done. Nearly insanity. I think Koi probably stopped them on the 1 yard line.
Look at that smile, $1 million smile. Kips, how you feeling, brother? Welcome in to the CDL.
Thank you. I'm feeling great. Got our first win. I was saying with the boys, like I wasn't 0-7. I was 0-0. So
great mindset.
Now we're 1-1.
Great mindset.
Now we're 1-1.
Well, Kips, talk to me, brother, because, again, you're in the CDL. You worked so hard to get to this point. First off, what does this moment mean to you to finally be here? Second match, you got your legs underneath you yesterday. Today, you finally get your win. What's the feeling like being in the CDL? And more importantly, what do you think you bring to this roster?
To be here feels amazing. Just to like finally make it. Took my first loss yesterday, but finally got my first win, so that feels great. And then just being here, like I'm just bringing a new vibe to the team. So like everybody's uplifting everybody else, and we're just fine right now.
Kips, you're an absolute beast, dude. You look good in these last 2 series, particularly in this one. Tell me who Kips is. Talk to me about your journey. What game did you start with, and how did you get to this point?
I've been playing COD since like BO2, but I was a big BO4 S&D kid, and then I was 14 in that game, so I took a couple games off. My first challenges year was last year. Went through the ladder,
Yeah.
And I'm here now.
Absolutely.
Going off of that a little bit, what was the change like from challengers? Because sometimes we have players that come in that have been in the league before, then they get sent back down, they come back up. This is a traditional sense where this is your first time in the league. So what has the difference going from the challengers levels to the professional level been like for you? And what are the biggest changes that you noticed?
Well, last year was definitely like way different, but this year on the Huntsman, I feel like on the Huntsman we had like a team room, so it kind of gives the same feel, and it was just more of like a professional setup. So it changes instead of in the match form, but I've been in like the professional like environment for like a month now.
Does it feel like it adds any pressure to you? Do you feel like when you did get up to this more professional environment, it was like a little more like I've got to do something,
Yeah. Yesterday there was definitely a little pressure, but I just got my feet wet, and today I just went in there with like my head high and I was shooting.
Good to hear.
Well, Kips, I want to give you the floor for a second. It's your first interview for the CDL. What do you want to say to the fans out there?
I appreciate all the support, and we'll be back next weekend.
There it is. I like it, Kips. Well done once again, brother. Enjoy your day. Can't wait to see you in the next series.
Appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one.
Good kid already. Camera ready. Looks good. Big smile. You can tell it means a lot for him to be on the stage.
Absolutely.